So my one regret about today is that these are texts that I would absolutely love to break open and really explore this morning. So I'm going to give us just at least a taste of that while I weave in our annual report. Because these texts from Isaiah and Matthew show us that there is a direct through line between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Jesus' Abba, the God in whom he placed his total trust, is the same Abba that Abraham followed, the same God that Moses went up the mountain to experience in full force, the same God that Isaiah spoke for. This is what we mean when we talk about the Judeo-Christian tradition. Jesus didn't come to supersede John the Baptist or any of the other prophets. He came to fulfill the law and the prophets. Jesus was a law-abiding Jew. He was also the Son of God. And he was absolutely free to reinterpret the law's meaning for contemporary practice. You have heard that it was said, Jesus will say later on in Matthew, you have heard that it was said, such and such in the law, but I say to you, right? You've heard this was said, but I say that's not a change of the law. It's a reinterpretation for the current conditions. Do good, love your enemies, do good to those who persecute you. Righteousness for the prophets and for Jesus, it was not about being better than other people. It was a robust word. Righteousness is this robust word that points towards a relationship of justice and mercy and humility with God and with our neighbor. The law and the prophets, Jesus said, can all be summed up. And I bet if the children were here, they would get a prize, because I bet even they could say how it's summed up. Love God with all your heart and with all your mind, right? And love your neighbor as yourself. This righteous love, this righteous way of living is a consistent line between the Old Testament and the New. And it gives us a living, breathing pattern for what it means to be fully human, fully alive. And it happens to be what this annual report is all about. This report on the parish from this past year is about the ways that we go about loving God, following Jesus, loving our neighbors, and loving our own selves, our own parish. We're not perfect, right? We are not perfect. Some of us burn out and need to take a break from our good works or change up the good works that we are doing. We don't always listen to our own hearts or to others on the teams that we are serving with. We rub against each other, and our words can wound. We don't get around to calling someone that God has placed on our hearts. So we're not perfect. We are human. We're human. And we need to always, always remember that when we serve with one another. We're just serving with other people who are trying the best they can, and who are dealing oftentimes with challenges of which we know nothing about. But in this parish, my friends, we try. We try. We forgive, we extend grace, and we love. We act in love. Our intention is always love. It's always to love and to serve and to be light in the world. Our desire is to be in right relationship with God and with each other and with ourselves, and a whole lot of the time we get pretty dang close. So some of you have already read the report, right? You got here early and you were able to read the report, but and you might have read it online because we sent it out online. So for those of you who are joining us online, you just go to our website, goodshepherdchorale.org, go under, I think it's under About. Drop-down menu appears, and there you'll find our annual report 2022. But for those of you who are here, what I want you to do right now is open it up and pick a photo that speaks to you, And then turn around to somebody that you're sitting close to and just say what jumps out at you at that particular photo, and why does it make you happy? So find a photo and let somebody else know what speaks to you in that.